What happens when Toyota gives a half-ton truck to an independent Texas cattle rancher, and he uses it like a 3/4-ton truck for 100,000 grueling miles? Find out as Toyota engineers get the truck back and dissect the guts to see how it held up. This is Tundra, Deconstructed.
The phone rang about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I heard this voice. I knew it was not a West Texas voice, but I thought, well, my mother told me to be polite, and so I'll listen to what the man has to say. He wanted to know if I'd be interested in testing some Toyota trucks, and I said, well, after a pause, I said, certainly. I mean, anytime I get a truck to test, that sounds okay to me.
I had my doubts. I didn't think it was big enough, and I just didn't figure it'd hold together. But it did.
Found out right quick it would pull much better than another half-ton. Mostly you would pull cows, cattle, calves, whatever. You do haul horses once in a while. You can take a half-ton Tundra and put a 24-foot gooseneck hooked up with cattle in it and pull it like a 3/4-ton Chevrolet or Ford. The 24-foot gooseneck is a big gooseneck.
I don't know what the total weight of the trailer is, but those grown cows, if they weigh 1,200, we have 12 in there, do the math. I mean, that's pretty close to, I don't know what, it's lots of weight.
Our towing capacity is 10,800 pounds. Although I can't really say we approve of the use, I'm sure that he probably exceeded those capacities at some point in time.
Yeah, I overloaded it, but it was a test truck, right?
Even though they were towing heavy loads, we really didn't find any major issues with the truck after 100,000 miles. The transmission, the ring gear, the frame, and suspension, everything held up really good.
So this is one of the front shocks and coil spring assemblies for the truck. Basically everything looks to have held up very well. So no big signs of any leaking from the shock or anything like that.
With the cabin bed removed, we'll inspect the frame for any cracks. We'll check to see if any mud collected inside the C-channel, then take some photos for the designers to get a closer look. At first glance, the frame looks good.
With the Tundra, the goal is to use the frame as a little bit of a flexing mechanism. Rigid doesn't necessarily mean stronger. You know, the strength is one thing, rigidity is another.
I was really expecting to break a spring, yes, a rear spring, the leaf springs, I was expecting them to break, but they didn't, so I guess they're tougher than I thought they were. The cake cube feed trailer or the liquid feed trailers were probably harder on the truck than these big trailers, because it is a movable load on there. It's sloshing, and then it's a little short trailer, and it will test your receiver hitch.
Did you ever teach your dad about driving a half-ton rather than a 3/4 ton?
No, because I couldn't get him to shut up about it. I mean, comparing to these other pickups, he was really impressed with it.
You know, the thing, like, we keep harping on the same deal, but the 100,000 miles and the suspension and the stern is just unbelievable to me, because there's no other pickup we've ever had anytime, any place, anywhere that you did not have a steering problem or suspension problem within 100,000 miles used in the environment that we use these trucks in.